chart. So that means Thanchip is in another temple, not in Wat Wang Hin.
Yes.
Yes.
Control.
Okay. All right.
It's a branch of Wang Hin Temple.
Yeah.
Ah, you said you were moving.
Yeah.
So you moved already.
Yes.
You look after this small monkey then.
Of course.
Yeah.
This small monkey.
แล้วมีแฟน
Ah. Okay. So today we are going to learn on the second Samudaya. Unless Thanchip, do you want to share something about the temple that you are in now?
It looks very nice. It's behind you.
แทนกล้องสิแทนกล้องให้ดู
I have nothing to say ครับ I have nothing to say but I have many things to show.
Very nice. Having to walk outside without a jacket.
And this is Lan Tham. I don't know how to call in English. Lan Tham.
อ่า
Very nice.
Can you see the Buddha statue?
Where one? Oh, there.
Yeah.
And now we have so many rooms, so many kuti. And
please show me
oh I think I have to send it as a photo
Okay, it's okay.
because
It's
it's
okay.
quite far.
It's okay.
อ๋อโอเค
Is it a very big area?
How
Yes.
big is the area? Tanchitadam was asking.
10 ไร่ใช่ป่ะเทน10 ไร่เท่ากับกี่เอเคอร์
4 acre
ไร่
อะไรนะ
So
12
same
ไร่ครับผม
อ๋อ so 5 acre
ตอนนี้น่าจะราวๆ20 กว่าไร่แล้วครับ
อ๋อ
So
เพราะว่า
like
เขา
here.
จะซื้อเพิ่มกันครับผม
อ๋อ so extending more so that means what 8 acres
How many monks?
how many monks 8 acres
only 3 ครับ
Oh, perfect.
only 3 monks but before this there was only 1 monk and he is old ของตะปู
no
You must have got good exercise sweeping 8 acres.
yes.
Okay.
And the distance for going for arms is quite far. It's
How do
about 3 kilometers.
how do you go? Do you walk from the temple or
Oh no ครับsomeone someone took me here ครับ
okay
by car ครับ
no for Pindapata arms how do you go in Pindapata
walk from temple to the village.
Very good.
Okay
4 กิโลเมตร
good for your health
You lose cholesterol problems.
And it's not plain road. It's a crooked or
dirt road
yes
not hard
dirt road and sometimes it's like slope like this and we have to walk up and up.
Okay.
ทำเหรอ
มันดูไงนะ
คำว่าสตีฟอ่ะ
Slope.
Yeah, steep.
Slope.
Uphill.
Yeah. Okay. So this is from. So this is the one we are going to study today. Okay. I don't know how to change. Have you managed to read a little bit from what the Buddha taught or not?
yes
Okay.
No ครับอาจารย์
really just a little
A little. Okay. Any,
สมุทัยะ craving
any thoughts on this Samudaya, Ruka Samudaya? Anybody wants to say anything?
no
No? Say something.
I okay I will.
Okay.
Yeah, as we have known about it, Dukkha Samudaya is ปัญหา and ปัญหา or craving. And before this, I just have a talk with my old friend that I haven't talked to him for many years, almost 10 years, I think. And he sent me a message in Facebook, and and he asked me about Dhamma. And yeah, there was a one topic that we talk about. He said that oh, now I thought even you right now you are not rich, you are a monk, but I think you are happier than other that like a riches. And I said that yes, because now I certified with what I have. And before this, I told him about my family, that when I was a layman, and we had a debt about 4 million baht. And then I said that my mother, she used to cry. She cried a lot when I asked about money, when I asked about debt. At the time, I just wanted to know how much we have. And I just wanted to plan for myself to find money and to solve this problem. But she didn't say anything, and she cried, and she said, sorry, I'm sorry to make you in trouble. And I just wondered, what? What? I just want to have a plan for the future, because I have to know the problem first anytime. But anytime she didn't have a mindfulness. But after I became a monk, and then she started to listen to Dhamma and started to practice. And then after เจ้าหนี้ เจ้าหนี้อะไรนะโอ้ลืม
debater
เออ
debt
อะไรนะ
debt
ฮะ debater เหรอ
เนี่ยเจ้าหนี้ debtor แล้วเปล่า
debtor
one who gives borrowing money debt
One who
gives you
lends
money
money. Lender.
lender oh yeah lender
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 or lender
money lender
and
yeah
money lender and for this time when the money lender uh, call my mom and she didn't cry but she started to think with mindfulness and said that if you take my home or something can I call take จะยึดบ้านอะไรเงี้ยครับ take
Ah.
over my home if you
Uh,
take over my home now so I will not have place for living and I cannot send you money and the value of my home is less than the value of the debt that I have borrowed so if you let me have a discount so I will send you money every month but only only this much
Hmm.
but I will send you until I finished yeah and then they allow and they didn't take over my mother's house
what is called
and
no
then
money lender taking
So if you put your house, it's called collateral.
uh,
And if they take it, it's confiscating the
Yeah.
collateral.
confiscate
consist
Our house
Okay.
is collateral.
confiscate Hmm.
confiscate ยึดบ้าน
ยึดบ้าน
and every time I think my
Yeah.
mother was suffering because of craving like want something but want something without mindfulness and without thinking and then my mom was in trouble and my mom was in sorrow at time and now my mom is okay even we have a lot of debt but my mom is still fine and my friend that I talked just now he told me that I think this quality is very important mindfulness because Thai people do not know about mindfulness especially the new generation and they try to be rich and they 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 don't satisfy with what they have and they try to make money again and again but they didn't notice that they are in a suffering they are suffer they just thought that money is everything money is goal of life yeah especially this generation that is what I talked to my old friend just now
Okay, that's really good.
I talked to him about 2 hours
Oh,
he asked me so many questions because he wondered he have a doubt and I am a sin person or not because I do not believe in what it shows in a present or in this modern era like monk consecrate some amulet, and then this is amazing. This is have some kind of ไสยศาสตร์อะไรนะ
superstition, superstitious.
superstition. And my friend doesn't believe it, and he asked me that, I am a sinner or not, because
Oh.
I think as a negative thing to Buddhism, and I explained to him.
Okay, good. There's in Thailand, very few people talk about superstition is not good. Normally they keep silence. Yeah, Nit, what do you want to say?
Teacher, please send me the link of our room. อาจารย์เจี๊ยบ asked me.
Our room.
She forget the link. She forget the link.
He forgot the link. Okay, so I was about to ask that where we can find teachings on Samudaya Sacca.
Dhammacakka.
Oh, I was about to say.
Where? Dhammacakka. Is that only the Dhammacakka?
Oh no, everywhere. Nearly every. It's the Mahahatti Pamoda.
จักกะว่า
Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Yeah.
มาจากกระเป๋าวัฒนสุข
Everywhere is all the Buddha's teachings.
Yeah. So in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta is the only place where we can find the concise and abstract of the what the dukkha samudaya means. Okay. So this is the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. Huh?
Satyavibhanga Sutta.
Yeah, Satyavibhanga Sutta too. Yeah. Okay. So this is in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, and this no, even in it doesn't say much. Ends here. Doesn't go further than this one. Okay. Okay. Who wants to chant?
อีทางโข
โอปนาภิกขเวทุกขสมุทัยโยอริยสัจจัง
อริยสัจจัง
Manit, can you read in English?
อ๋อย
เป็นทำนองด้วยนะ คิดเมโลดี้ด้วย
อันนั้นอะไรอีทางโขอีทางโขพนะ
English.
No. Not Pali, English.
And this monks is the noble truth of the origination of stress.
ยังตัณหา ยังไม่ทันนัดส่วนเลย
Yeah.
เหรอ
ยัง
ยังตัณหาโกโนภวิกา
นันทิราพัสหคตาตัตตราพินันทินีสายชีทังกามตัณหาภวตัณหาวิภวตัณหา
Yeah. So Manit,
ฮะ
read in English.
the craving that makes for further becoming accompanied by passion and delight, relishing now here and now there. What's the meaning of relishing?
Relishing.
That's my mistake. Typo mistake.
No, it's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That it is okay. Yeah.
ต้องสะกดคำว่าอะไรเจ้าค่ะ
Relishing.
release
Releasing.
Relishing.
releasing เหรอ
Relishing.
Relish.
relish
relishing, right?
relishing now here and now there IE อ่านว่าอะไรอ่ะ IE
etc.
etc.
I
craving for maturity, craving for becoming, craving for non-becoming.
short,
Oh.
like
Okay, so this is from Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. Is this all in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra talks about? The tanha or this
No,
samudaya? Is that all? What else?
talk about duty,
Yeah.
Of
uh,
craving.
What else?
กิจยาน no?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
กิจยาน
Kittayan, Kittayan, Kattayan. Three different knowledges about this Samudaya Satya in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. So this is first one.
Katayan is the first ใช่ไหม
No, Satyayan is the first.
อ๋อสัจยาน
Okay, so here it says Idang Dukkha Samudaya Arya Satyang. Yeah. Arya Satyan Time Bhikkhave Puppe Ananusate Su Dhamme Su Chakhung Udapadi Jnanang Udapadi Panya Udapadi Vijja Udapadi Aloko Udapadi. This is the truth. Okay? This is the truth that he attained. Okay? So the translation. This is I copied from our preparing chanting book. Okay? Vision arose, insight arose, discernment arose, knowledge arose, illumination arose with me regarding this, regarding things ever heard before. This is the truth of origination of stress. This is a Satyayana. And then further, it's called Kitayana. Needs to be done. So this is the action that needs to be done. The Arya Satya Pahatabbanti. Okay, here Pahatabbanti. This is the one. This Pahatabbanti me bhikkhave. So this is the Kichayan. Pahatabbanti me needs to be eliminate. Needs to be eliminate. So this is a Pahatabbanti me. This is the second one. We have to eliminate the cause of a suffering. Okay, and then the third one is Pahi Nanti Me. Yeah, so this is a Pahi Nanti Me. Tangko Panidhang Dukkha Samudayo Arya Satyang Pahi Nanti Me Bhikkhave. The rest is same. Pubbe Ananusutesu Dhammesu Chakhung Udapadi, Jnanang Udapadi, Panya Udapadi, Vijja Udapadi, Aloko Udapadi. This will repeat again and again. Do you know how many times this repeats?
12?
Huh?
No.
How many times do you think it repeats?
12 times.
Huh?
12 times.
You sure?
So now it's 3 times 4. No, for 9 times.
more and
9.
So,
Tappanti.
1, 2, 3. 3 divided by 4.
3 times. It's 12.
Yeah. Okay, 12. So this is the Samudaya Satya that appears in Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. That's why this is the concise and the abstract of what the Samudaya Satya means. Okay? Now, what is Samudaya then? How do you translate in English? Samudaya sacca.
Samudaya is the cause of dukkha.
Mm.
Origination.
The cause of dukkha.
Cause of dukkha. Okay. And then origination. And Tita Dhammo says samudaya. Mm. We normally know that the second truth is craving. The famous translation that we know, the cause of suffering is craving. And that's we, and that is famously translated. And we take that craving as in a different forms. Okay, and that we come to the kama tanha, bhava tanha, and vibhava tanha. Yeah. So this is the second noble truth. But actually, it says a thirst as well. Okay,
Yes.
thirst is the one is talking about. Craving is also comes from the tanha. Okay, and a thirst, never satisfied, always want. Always want is the thirst, and craving is also always want. So that is the tanha. You know, here we know that there are three tanhas: kama tanha, bhava tanha, and vibhava tanha. Yeah. So normally when we talk about what is the cause of suffering, the cause of suffering is craving. And then what is a craving? A craving of a kama tanha, the sensual desire, and a bhava tanha, the existence, to be existence, and a vibhava tanha, non-existence. So these are the three main parts of the causes to gain or to have a suffering. Right? So here it says kama tanha, desire for senses. Anybody wants to say anything on that? Who wants to share thoughts? Kama tanha. No? Okay, before we go to kama tanha, then I'll go back here. Okay, here three words needs to remember. Pono bhavika, one. Nandi raga sahagata, oh, sorry. And then this here, and a tatra tatrabhi nandini. So these are the three words are making us more cravings. Okay. Pono bhavika. Yeah. Do you know what does it mean? Kitamo?
Want to be born again and again.
Yeah.
Third,
Yes.
Pono,
I think
third
both
pearl.
is life and also
No bhavika means releasing.
something again and again.
Third pearl ใช่ป่ะ
Pono
นั้น
bhavika.
นั้น
Bhavika
นั้
means
นนั้นที่
exist.
ราคะหรือเปล่า
Yeah.
นั้นที่ราคะหรือเปล่า
Bhavika is becoming. Pono means again and again. So as Santita Dhammo said, it is not just a life that we are reborning again and again, but the desire to have it again and again. Pono bhavika. Want to have it again and again. Want to consume again and again. That's a pono bhavika. And here Nandi raga sahagata. Three words here.
แต่ว่า
Nandi.
ไม่อิ่มแต่ว่าไม่อิ่มเนาะโอโนภวิกา
Polo Bhavika, see, what are the false views? Am I going to be in the future? Will there be a me in the future? Is it going to be me in the future? Was I in the past? Was it me in the past? a sort of Pono Bhavika as well. Is there going to be a me in the next moment?
Mhm.
Is there going to be a me in the future? When you think these things, that's how Sakya Aditi is strengthened.
Mm.
อืมเยอะมาแล้ว
มาแล้วค่ะ
He's been
Hi.
here for a long time. You just notice her.
I've been here about 10 minutes or
Yeah.
more.
Monit just woke up.
So Manish just focus on the lesson. We should admire her.
มัวแต่ดู
Okay.
สไลด์
Now, second one is Nandi Raga Sahagata. Yeah, 3 words. Anybody wants to translate, or anybody wants to say on that? Nandi Raga Sahagata.
Nanti is mean kind of like happiness, right? Nanti.
Enjoy.
Enjoy, yeah.
Entertain.
มีไล
Enjoy.
ฟ์
Entertain. That's a Nandi. Nandi Raga.
I
Raka.
think this one is I have to overcome it. Nandira. Because
Nandi Raga Sahagata.
I noticed that the thing that butter my meditation is Nandiraha.
Mm.
If I like or dislike something, it bring a Nandiraha, and then I will be stuck. I will stuck on that, and then I could not pass it. But if I can notice it, Nandiraha, and then I just like or I just dislike it, and then I could pass that state of mind in my meditation.
Okay. So in this is the cause how suffering arises, yeah, how trouble comes. The moment when we entertain,
อืม
the moment when we feel enjoyment, and we this enjoyment again and again. Yeah, there is a one story. I think there are two. I can remember 2 stories at the moment. One story was that there was a monk, and this is from Atthakatha, the commentary. There was a monk who was meditating and who was a vipassana practitioner, and he was meditating, and while he was meditating, he passed away. Right? He passed away and reborn in one of the heavens. Yeah? When he was reborn in one of the heavens, he was still in meditative state. He was still in meditative state, and he didn't realize that he has reborn in the heavens. And then he was upset after he realized that he was reborn in heaven. So after a few moments, he began to enjoy celestial life. He began to enjoy celestial life. So he forgot the consequences of enjoying this sense pleasures. So that is called Nandi Raga Sahagata. Actually, it should be coming up to the Tatra Tatra Binandini. So wherever you are, you're enjoying that. Okay, Tatra Tatra Binandini. So Abhi, Abhi, and then Nandini, Nanda. You're enjoying in that what you are experiencing here. You're born, and then you are seeing it and enjoying it, and then furthermore, you enjoy and you forgot. So you are basically you are adapting the situation that you, although you didn't like it, although you know that it is painful, but you survive. Now you enjoy, learn to enjoy. So that's a human nature. Humans are good at adapting to the situation, and that's from here. We can see very clearly. Like COVID, we can see even the COVID-19. Initially, we were complaining about it. Oh, what's going to happen? We won't be able to survive. We won't be doing anything. Goes on. Yeah? And gradually, we began to Nandi Raga Sahagata, enjoying now. Yeah? And after enjoyment, later on, we began to adapt, yeah? Join with ability to mingle and jigsawing within that environment.
I think about story of the queen. The queen reborn to the world. Can you
Okay.
remember?
Which one?
Huh? In Tripitaka, the queen of king, I can't remember. The queen died and uh, reborn to the world. To the world in.
No, that's not a queen. That's a monk. That's not a monk. That's a two monks, two friends. There were two friends, and then one friend was always thinking about the kusalas, and another monk who wasn't thinking too much kusalas, not doing danas. And later on, a monk who was encouraging and doing dana, reborn in the heavens. And then a friend who was, despite of being a monk, not encouraging in the danas or practice of sealers and like that, he was reborn as a worm, yeah, as a worm in the toilet sewage.
That another
All right.
story.
Okay.
The story that I tell you is the story of the one of queen queen was die and reborn in the worm, and
Okay.
she fell in love with another worm. And the king wanted to know that uh, where 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 was she reborn, and asked for the Buddha. And the Buddha tell that she she was in the worm and fell in love with another worm.
Mm.
And look have นั
Mm.
นทิรานั่นแหละ
Uh-huh.
เพลินในสภาพหนอนไปแล้ว
So that's same with a worm reborn, similar. The two monks, the worm become he become a worm in a sewage toilet. Yeah, and then one day his friend who reborn in heaven thought that, oh, where is my friend? And he realized, oh, my friend is reborn as a worm in the toilet. So he thought that, okay, I will help him. He comes down and sat next to him, and then talk to him, and he say, oh, my friend, how are you? Yeah, and then say, oh, I am reborn in heaven. You're reborn in such a disgusting place, and then you should come with me. And then this friend who is a worm now asks, what's look like in your heaven? Oh, heaven is so beautiful. Heaven is so, everything is provided. All you need is to think about it. When you think about food, it will come. All what you need is to think what you want, and it will come. And then a worm said, oh, that's no good. You have to think. I don't have to think. I'm already there.
I remember the story.
Yeah. Like that. So that's enjoying in the situation that one is already there and adapting. There's another story from Katha Watu. And this story is, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. The story is, I think he was an ascetic. When he was an ascetic, he saw the Nagas, Naginis, yeah, Naginis came and had a beautiful, they were having a play in a river, and like Nagas and Naginis were just, with entertaining there. And then this ascetic thought, how wonderful, wish I can be a Naga too, so I can enjoy with these Naginis. Yeah, you know Naginis, yeah, ladies. Uh, and then he kept on keeping that thought in his mind. And when he passed away, he was reborn as the Naga, in a Naga world, as a prince. When he when he was reborn as a Naga, he wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. Uh, at first, he wasn't happy, but later on, all the Naginis came and talked to him and seduced him, and then gradually he began to enjoy Nagaland.
Okay, he adapted.
Yeah, so he enjoyed the Nagaland despite he didn't like it. Yeah, and later on, after many years, he realized that, oh, I have lost my meditation. Oh, I have lost my mind. I'm indulged in this now. I better go away. And that's how later on he leaves. And so he went to seclusion and practice. And later on, I think he became a deva later on as well. So like that. And which we can see in even nowadays too. Suppose when we are going to the new place, it's very difficult. Like when I came to England first time, it was difficult. I wasn't feeling comfortable because the culture is different, the community that I was is different, everything was different. Yeah, and then gradually, as you stay, you began to learn how to adjust in those situations. And gradually, as you mingle into that society or that community, and gradually you enjoy the company. So that happened to me. So that is a tatra tatra binandini. So we reborn and we began to adjust in those places. And that's again similar with our mind too. Yeah? Our mind also will be like that. So that's why we need a lot of mindfulness.
Teacher, I searched for the story that I told you.
Yeah.
That is Saka Chadok.
Okay.
Pardon?
Asaka Chadok.
Okay. So these are the three main things we have to know in this as well. So that's why here, Ono Bhavika, Nandi Raga Sahagata, Tattara Tattara Binani. See? Find flesh delight.
I say link in the chat.
Okay.
Chadok.
So it's becoming passionate about it. Yeah? And then fresh delight. So we like it. And that's how these three tanha will come. Right? Where does this tanha arise and take root? Eh? Anyone?
Five. Tawa. Five Tawan.
Five tawa.
Five senses.
Tawan
Five.
ทั้ง
Did you?
วัน
senses
หก
we mean she mean eye, ear, mouth,
Ah.
and nose. Touching,
สลายตัว
ตะลาย
sense.
อืม
ทวารภาษาอังกฤษว่าอะไรอ่ะ ลืมไปละ
sense senses อย่างที่อาจารย์เจี๊ยบบอก
นะ
หมอรีนบอก
อืม
ตัณหา
ทวารทั้งห้าแล้วก็มโนทวาร
อืม
เกต
ตัณหาความอยาก
โอเค Okay. Okay, can you type? What did you say? Where does this tanha arises?
อ่ะ Professor เจี๊ยบ again please
Professor Jeff. I say one you say is maybe from our senses, but I think there's more than that. What another one is so yeah, and also your what does it call when for example to your eye, so you got some like picture and then you have your eye and then later you feel about it. So I think that Panha maybe we need like 3 things so it will happen.
Okay. What about Tanjip? Where does this tanha arises and take place?
อวิจจะ
take root
Okay, so anything, let's type it.
ถามแวร์ก็ต้อง6นี่แหละ 6 ทวาร
When? And take root.
อ๋อ ไม่ใช่ I'm not sure about the stuff. I think I'm not sure, but according to Buddhist Samudaya, and I heard that we should beware our same the six sense, but we call topic of six senses basa Vedna, but I cannot remember the name of that sutta.
Tanha.
ปัสสะปัจจเวทนาเวทนาปัจจตัณหาตัณหาปัจจอุปาดานอุปาดาน
Because just now I was thinking about vinyana, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Where does this tanha arises? I think Dr. Chiep was right at the when she was explaining contact
Yeah.
or the sense objects.
อวิจจะ about contact
Yeah, that
That's mean ผัส
sense
ใช่ไหม
object. Yeah.
เมื่อกี้อาจารย์เจี๊ยบพูดแล้วเหรอ
So I say that there are 3 elements. One is something object, and then contact, and then later you feel about it.
Yeah.
So that means
Just now
called
I-
phassa.
Just now I was counting the something.
mind
This ปฏิจจสมุปบาทนะ when ผัสสะ arise then เวทนา is arise and then ตัณหา is arise after that
Yep, that's why I thought there must be maybe 3 elements before the tanha arise.
Rasa pacha vedana, vedana pacha tanha, yeah,
I'm sleeping.
pacha bhava.
Sa Vedana. Yes.
Okay. So here we can see Dr. Chia said that first there is an object, and then that object comes to contact with the sense object. Sense 6 senses comes to contact with the 6 objects. Okay, and then as you have a 6 senses, 6 senses comes to contact with the 6 objects, there will be a process, and that's how the tanha arises.
Pottabha.
Okay, so you can write here. The third one is contact. Contact and consciousness.
อ๋อ รูป คัน
Samsara
ทะ กลิ่น รส
vijnana.
รส โผฏฐัพพะ อ๋อ โผฏฐัพพะ Thank
What
you.
So
You forgot
sound.
sound.
So
โสตะใช่ไหมโสตะ โสตะ
Sota rupa, yeah.
รูปะ and โสตะ
Okay. Okay.
No,
Any
no. ใช้รูปะ already.
any other thing? Let's talk. The root. Where
คัน
the
ทะ รส โผฏฐัพพะ
สัมผัส
mind object.
Like the way it's conditioned.
Can I add before contact? I think vijnana is yeah something that is important. Vijnana,
yeah.
because I think about rupa and then
Sankara.
eyes and
อ่า
rupa vijnana, and then
เรียก
that
ว่า
is contact.
อายตนะภายนอก and อายตนะภาย
ระดับภายใน ใช่
So
ค่ะ
ภายนอก
we have
No,
avidya about contact, and based on this contact, which is colored by avidya, we form sankharas, and this conditions consciousness. Yes, tanha.
Six sense sphere means internal and external already, right? Huh?
Yeah. It means
Sophia.
both my sense object means everything. Sorry, sense sphere means sense object and sense organ.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
You means both
Both,
internal
both.
Internal, external, both.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I will give you a short hint. Can you write Salayatana?
อ๋อ สลายตนะ
And then
สลายตนะสลายตนะ before or after ผัสสะนะ
then
ท่านจิ๊บสลายตนะ
Sarana Passa.
ผัสสะ
So tanha we can see how tanha arises in these three ways. Salayatana here is talking about a sixth sense as spares, which also comes with the objects as well. Athara dhatu is six senses comes to contact with it and the consciousness arises. Chakhu vinyana dhatu.
อ๋อ
Yeah, like
ธา
that.
ตุอ๋อธาตุ
That 18 athara dhatu. There are 18 elements.
อ๋อ
And 18 elements that
That
divide into 3
ปฐ
times.
ั
Yeah,
that
so that,
vinyana that I was saying about about vinyana dhatu.
vinyana that, vinyana
อ๋อ
dhatu. And again, vinyana dhatu is past, present, and a future that comes along 108 dhatus. There are so many ways how tanha arises.
ปัญหา108อ๋อคำนี้เอง
ปัญหา108
Suffering. No, this is from the sutta as well. Athara dhatu.
No, the 108 list.
That's from the sutta too.
Okay.
So past 18 dhatus,
Mhm.
present 18 dhatus, and future 18 dhatus. Okay, so that's why we are always caught up in the problems and dukkha. We cannot get away. Every way is a very tiny bit. It's causing, always creating something. We may be okay. We don't want to have any cravings from what we see. We may close our eyes, but our consciously we will be thinking of, oh, what is this green or what is this white, or subconsciously we will be thinking about it. Yeah, so that's a dhatu, and that's also creating furthermore guna bhava, creating more, existing in our thoughts. And then when we cannot see that, we cannot conceptualize it, again cause a trouble. Huh? And then furthermore, if we can conceptualize and it satisfies us, then what happens? Yeah, we will be hanging on it, craving on it, holding on that view and perception, and that's again causes a trouble. So like that, there's always something going on at all the time, and if we do not aware of that, can't manage with it, then brings the trouble. That's why overcoming a suffering is not easy job. Yeah, sometimes it can come in a flicking moment. In a flicking moment, suppose you are walking somewhere and then you feel that your friend was walking another way and he or she maybe didn't notice you, and within that spark you feel that, oh, what have I done wrong? Oh, why she is not looking at me? Oh, why she is not talking to me? Huh? Like that. And even just looking to their eyes, when you may have experience, sometimes you look at somebody and then they immediately feel something wrong with you, or they feel wrong. What's going on? What happened? What? Like that. So that's again is from this the cause of it, right? It's coming from the senses, right? And this is the salayatana and athara dhatu is more of a like easy to understand. That's coming from our senses and how we engage with it. And that's and paticca samuppada, it's very easy. We know about it a lot, and we talk about it a lot. Even here, Tantita Dhammo wrote, it's a Phassa Pachaya Vedana and Vedana Pachaya Tanha, right? So this is, we know very well that the Tanha arises because there is a Vedana. Is it true that because there is a Vedana, that tanha arises, and this vedana arises. Again, this phassa. Phassa is contact. What is contact? Six sense base. Six senses comes to contact with six sense objects, and that comes to contact, and that's how vedana arises. Yeah. Is it true that the vedana is the cause for tanha? Only the vedana?
Ignorance about Vedana.
Yeah. Okay. So there's ignorance, avidya.
Avidya, Pacha.
Avidya is plus vedana, equals tanha. Okay. And then here vidya plus vedana equals what?
Upega?
Huh?
Enlightenment.
Panya.
Yatha Bhuta
วิชา
Jnana.
กับเวทนา
Yatha Bhuta Jnana.
That is samadhi.
Ooh.
อืม
ได้สูตรใหม่แล้ว
Okay. So that's a samadhi. Now, if somebody asks you, how do I know samadhi? What is samadhi? This is samadhi. How can you walk in the path of Eightfold Noble Path? This is how you walk in the Eightfold Noble Path. Eh? The moment when you know the Vedana correctly, that's a vidya, you are in a samadhi. Eh? Not a tanha. Now there is a chanda comes. Okay? So this is becomes a chanda to liberate. Chanda to nibbana.
So when it comes to see when you get Niramisa Sukha through meditation and to use that way to know it without ignorance, so for Vidya Udapadi, for about this Niramisa Sukha, let's say, you need to know the Trilakkhana about it. Yeah? So for that, it takes time to cultivate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no, yeah. But it's easy to get lost
Yeah.
before you cultivate knowledge of impermanence and unsatisfactoriness and impersonality, especially impersonality, because it's easy to identify with it.
Yeah.
This is the first time that you say, teacher,
One,
say about
Just a minute. Little disturbances. You have to ask Tantita Dhammo to speak louder like me. Okay. Okay, Monit, you can ask him what were you saying?
through meditation, when we get Niramisa Sukha, to form about that Vedana, not to form avidya and to form avidya about the Vedana. This means we need to develop the anicca sanya, anatta sanya, and the dukkha, sort of understand the unsatisfactoriness and understand the impermanence and understand the non-personality. But like I think this is something we need to develop. The first thing we notice is the impermanence, because that's so obvious. It goes away and we want it back, and this causes more tanha. But once we can't understand the impersonality and the unsat and the dukkha very first, it takes time, because it's impossible to think of this as dukkha because it's so nice compared to what.
cloud. Louder, louder.
I'm done.
ทำได้
Okay.
okay.
these this is how tanha arises. So the main factor is here avidya and vedana. This is the main factor we have to remember, is the how the tanha arises. Okay, and this is from according to paticca samuppada. Okay, this is from paticca samuppada. This is a paticca samuppada formula, and then we have to remember going back here as a phassa and then sense object or sense, six senses. Right, so that's how it comes.
Teacher,
Yeah,
Salayatana is before Phassa.
yeah, before
Right?
phassa. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
salayatana paccaya phassa. When there is a
Mm,
salayatana and it comes to contact with objects, then phassa. So that's a phassa. Then that arises the vedana.
Passa pacha salat.
No.
Salayatana passa pacha.
Salayatana paccaya phassa, phassa paccaya vedana. Okay? Phassa paccaya vedana. And vedana paccaya tanha.
Nama rupa pacha salayatana. Salayatana pacha.
Phassa. Okay? You remember? Okay. So here, this is vinyana. So vinyana, and then nama rupa, and then salayatana, phassa, vedana, tanha. Okay?
Nama rupa pacha vinyana. Vinyana pacha nama rupa. Nama rupa pacha.
Okay, so these are one, so from vinyana, it brings the nama rupa. Okay? It brings the nama rupa, and it's a salayatana, phassa, and vedana. Huh?
สลายตนะมีตัว A อยู่ข้างหลังไหมอ่ะเจ้าค่ะสลายตนะ
Ah, okay. Yeah. So in our life, current life, we have these 6 elements. We
ยานะ
are
นะ
with
สลา
these
ย
6
ตนะ
elements. Okay, this is what we are. This is what we are. In a current life, this is what we are. Yeah? And this is a result. Vedana is a result. Result of what you do. Yeah? Result of these things coming together. These things coming together brings the Vedana. And then to this Vedana, your reaction, your feeling, your perception is Tanha. Okay? Do you understand? Are you with me? Huh? Are you with me?
yes
Ah.
Yes.
So that's why in
หลับ
here,
ไม่
this is already there with us. This is always there. Yeah, this is already there. Past existence continuing now, still continuous. This is okay. This one vedana always takes place in the current present moment. It won't be in the past, it won't be in the future. Vedana always in the present. Yeah? Always in the present. And that's why we have to have the vidya. Not knowing this Vedana correctly, which is avidya, okay? Not knowing this Vedana correctly, which is avidya, then that's how we have a tanha. That's how tanha arises.
นะเต็มแล้วเหรอ
Are you with me? Yeah? Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why in a practice of a meditation, we are taught to be mindful of Vedana. Whatever arises in the present moment, what arises in the present moment is Vedana. Right? Is Vedana here. This is always in the present. And not knowing this, what is this Vedana? Not knowing this means yeah? Not knowing this or avidya of Vedana. What is avidya Vedana? Let's say I will type it here. Not knowing this Vedana. What does that mean?
Thinking is permanent.
Yeah. Okay. So can you type?
Not knowing.
Means avijja.
Okay. Thinking that is a permanent.
อืม
อ๋อก็ตรงกันข้ามกับ
Pera.
มีตัวตนใช่ป่ะมีตัวตนคิดว่า
เที่ยง เที่ยง
อ่า
ไม่เป็นทุกข์แล้วก็
เป็นทุกข์
Okay.
ไม่แปลง
So not
not change นะเดี๋ยวไม่เที่ยงไม่มีตัวตน
not knowing, not nothing.
ไม่ทุกข์
not
ไม่ทุกข์
nothing.
not
Okay.
knowing
Not knowing, not nothing.
not knowing not knowing
Typo mistake. Okay. Okay. So this is
Where's the monkey?
beside me.
It's not falling asleep.
Always moving and
So not knowing this Vedana means thinking it's a permanent. Yeah. Identifying with it. Thinking it will bring satisfaction. Anything else anybody wants to add on?
อืม
Not knowing the Vedana correctly. How? What is that?
ใช้คำอะไรอ่ะ คิดว่ามันเป็นของเราอ่ะ
Belongs to me.
belonging
Belonging.
belonging
Yep, yeah.
Not knowing is conditioned.
Not knowing its condition. Yeah.
Type it.
Yeah. Type. Okay. Anything else?
I think it brings relishing.
Relishing.
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell? Can I tell you in short?
please
Not knowing that anicca, dukkha, anatta.
อ่า นั่นแหละ
Yeah, and very short form. Anicca, dukkha, and anatta. And this comes in Phenupama Sutta as well. Vedana is like a bubble. Yeah, when rain falls, Buddha used when rain falls, and the rain hits the surface of the water, that creates a small bubble, and that is the Vedana. It's a flicking moment that just arises and it just fades away, collapse, this bubble. So that is a Vedana.
เวทนาเหมือนพยับแดดอีกพยับแดดว่าอะไรอ่ะเจ้า
ไม่
ค่ะ
ใช่
Not
พยับแดด
Payab
มันสัญญา
ฟองน้ำฟอง
อัน
น้
นี้เหมือนฟองน้
ำฟองน้
ฟองน้ำ and this Vedana which arises every moment, we take it as a permanent, we take it as a long lasting, we take it as belongs to me. That's why we have avijja, and that's why we crave, that's why the tanha arises. The moment when we have a vidya, right understanding about the Vedana as just fleeting moment arising, it's not nitya, it's not a sukha, and it's not permanent.
อืม
Then what happened? We will not have any craving about it. We will not be attached to it. And then that moment you become a person, daruchiriya, like a daruchiriya, seeing only seeing, hearing only hearing. Dite ditamattang sute sutamuttang mutte muttamattang. There is no me, there is no mine, there is no me in that. Then the tanha is no more there.
อืม
Okay. So the place where the tanha arises is, this is how it arises. Okay. Now we haven't gone to the take root. We have to finish here.
อ๋อ take root
So we just covered today on what is the samudaya, dukkha samudaya, and then how it arises. So anything anybody wants to say on this?
I remember some sutta from Sariputta when he announced that he is Arhanta, and then some monks said that, oh, maybe Sariputta he's lying. And then he asked the Buddha, the Lord Buddha, and the Lord Buddha asked Sariputta that how can you prove that you are Arhanta? And then Sariputta said that when contact or basa, when basa arises, and then vedana arises, and tanha arises, and then it mean that tanha is impermanent. Like that, and then tanha is vanished. And
Yeah.
that is how can he prove that he is arhata? And I want to ask that is it possible if we can know tanha that is impermanent, or we have to know only vedana?
หมอว่าขึ้นอยู่กับว่ารู้ตอนไหน
We know
think it-
tanha as
you
per-
know it
Can you repeat
That way-
again? What is the question?
Yes. The question is there is only the way that we have to know only vedana that is impermanent, or no tilakhana in vedana, or we can know tanha as well, like Sariputta said.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, you can, right?
Yeah, once you
Yeah.
know one thing, you will understand others as well, falling into the three characteristics.
Yeah, that's yeah. You can no.
Yeah.
Like you can know tanha tilakkhana in tanha.
Yeah.
In meditation, we feel it all the time, no?
Yeah.
Because
Because
then you want something, and
I
then
prefer to know that tanha is
Mm,
easy for me.
Mm.
yeah, that's true.
บอกว่ามันขึ้นอยู่กับว่าจะ
Dukkha
รู้
in
ที่
tanha is so obvious.
Yeah.
บางคนไปรู้ที่ตัณหาเนี่ย
Dukkha, only part of tanha that's hard to get is the anatta. You know, it's very hard to see the anatta in tanha.
อืมอืมอืม
Because there is me who wants
Oh,
ใช่
that's
ใช่
it.
หมอก็ว่าอย่างนั้นอ่ะ
I guess
เรา
when we develop the anicca sanya of tanha a lot, we can see the anatta as well.
we
When
always ตัณหา
yeah, when we begin to practice meditation, normally we are working with the tanha much of the time.
Mm.
We even can't figure it out what is Vedana that time. Although we refer Vedana, 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 actually we are working with the tanha at all the time.
Tanha is everything.
Because tanha is more gross, Vedana is more subtle. Huh?
Then you lose tanha and you get nice vedana, and then you form tanha on that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's
Oh,
why there's tanha is arises. It arises through the six senses.
Oh, what's the sutta, Ajahn?
I think it's in Salayatana work and Samyutta.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Salayatana Vag.
Yeah.
ท่านจิ๊บท่านจิ๊บ
What?
I think it depends on the more sati that we have. If we have more sati, we can know vedana that is in tilakkhana characteristic. But
Yes.
if we don't have more sati, so then it turns to tanha.
Yeah. So that's why it's a more gross level that we are working at the beginning.
Hmm. Manit, you are showing us your living room and your mom.
He's walking.
Ow!
We are not seeing your face.
Anyway, so we have to stop here, and we'll come back on Friday.
Okay.
Okay, and you can go and read the book written by Walpula Rahula on a second chapter, I think it was third chapter. Okay, third chapter on Samudaya, Dukkha Samudaya. It will give you more background, and he explains very good in the Four Noble Truths. So you can read that one, so we can come and discuss more detail in that topic. Okay. So I haven't given you any job to present. I'm just asking.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
We start by
Okay.
the third noble truth.
No, second noble truth, not third. We haven't finished the second one. It's just we're just
We have
Chapter. First chapter.
It just reminds me. It just reminds me. Last year I gave on the second noble truth whole 1 week a talk. Whole 1 week. Okay? A half an hour every day. So 1 week. So you can go and listen as well if you would like to. Yeah.
อ๋อท่านจะสอนที่นี่ป่ะสอนที่สถาบันวิปัสสนาเหรอ
No, last year,
last year.
the Vasa time, I began to speak about Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta And then when I was explaining about the Dukkha Samudaya, sacca, I was explaining, I think it's about 6 or 7 days, yeah, on this Dukkha Samudaya sacca. So you can go and listen as well. Okay?
Susan, do you have link to that
I have to go and find. I have to go and
YouTube.
find on YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay. All right, then we'll see you on Friday.